First PGL, he spots him, somehow gets away with his life there.
Not bad actually, because he baits out and knows there's someone close behind that pop dog, so flank potential will have to be considered. Taz at the corner backs off early. We know he's very, very good on the B site, specifically when he plays sort of the left side of the bomb train itself. She's still thinking of the idea of going back down the ladder. For Zeus, go all the way out towards Z connector. Covers off the sidewalk, so Neo puts himself on top of the train to see instead. In they go. With the vision, Neo does do slight damage onto Hobbit, tags him up in the leg as he jumped through. Neo can't quite find an angle flash through. Hobbit's fully blind. Good find through the smoke. PGL gets Snacks each with a kill. They'll push all the way onto Taz. They'll concede the bomb plant, but go for the retake. There is no kits. It's 5 sets of Kevlar, or rather chest pieces of Kevlar, but look at the flank from a Dread. He's got to hit shots if he's going to do that. It's a whiff, and it's not good enough.
Well, there it is. Gambit getting shown, or found, I should say, at the pop dog area at the start. So he gets away with just about the inside execution as we expected coming in. On a smoke down the lower ramp, one towards connector to stop rotations and block vision as well to find them a safe entrance point. The bomb gets planted, they push down, it's all correct at that stage, but didn't really have enough utility to work with once the bomb got planted. You can see shots being hit by Snacks, gets 2 kills in total. Taz doing decent damage as well, and they managed to keep 4 players alive, so a decent round there. And what am I seeing here? The bomb planted, but Mo comes in straight away with the scout. 2 scouts now. We discussed this idea in the previous game as well on Nuke. You can go for a second round force buy if you desire with the bomb plant. It's standard to go for the AKs in the third. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this one. Double scouts, Tech 9s, a few smokes to work with here, and you can see Virtus Pro prepared for it. 3 rifles coming out, MP9 for Neo and Taz with the UMP. So they've certainly got enough firepower to go toe to toe with the weaponry of Gambit here. Definitely a bit of a risk. We'll see if it pays off. And this Gambit set up for a default right now. Straight line formations running towards inside, Pop Dog, Ivy, and main entrance. Hobbit to investigate, see if there's any CT aggression coming in.
Taz wants the entry from Hobbit. Neo's there to support, but scout entry would be best for Gambit. Big investment and nothing used to their advantage just yet. How late to let the time subside before trying to strike? Still don't know that it's in play. Certainly not that there's 2 scouts.
The smokes. Molotov's pulled out, but not deployed just yet. In terms of the CT setup, Neo and Taz known as one of the best inside players in the game. Let's see if he can mow them down here.
Well, first one. Dread does respond. That's going to force Taz off the train, so he's not sitting for a wraparound, and Hobbit's following up onto him. That should allow the bomb plant, but watch the range of the M4 because the bomb's not crossed over. Hobbit, 16 HP, tries to push up. Pasha catches it. No plants. Scout would easily take down Snacks and Viali, but Pasha is the problem. That's not a problem at all. Headshot certainly works. Bomb's down, they have to push together. He can grab it 7 seconds. He's gone away from it. He had to plant immediately. He's lost the chance. Could have found kills potentially, but Bialy controls it.
He knew the chance to get that bomb down was next to none. Just wanted to keep limiting the CT economy there. It was a nice idea. It was been Snacks that had taken him down from the upper ramp, but unfortunately for Mo, of course the engaged sniper after hitting that lovely shot, I have to say, towards the lower ramp, taking down Pasha. Had to clean off. The force buy does not work out for Gambit there. They managed to bring it down to an interesting situation, but can't get the bomb plant down, and they'll be on a full eco into round number 3. Just a note as well, if you're not familiar with the economic system of CSGO in general, if you get the bomb down in the pistol, you normally take an eco in that round, and then you buy it AKs in the third here. You take the gamble like Gambit just did, but I'd say you're always better off going with that third round force buy, unless you've got an inkling as to how the CD side's set up. Going to round number 3, just PT-50s, Glocks, 1 Deagle available for a Dren. Reinforced the CP, that's a nice shot, Pasha. He goes down 5-on-4 in favor of Gambit.
May find another one at Dren.
Yeah, Dren's been sick recently, I have to say. He's been one of the MVPs with Gambit, hands down. Amazing stuff.
Team sprays aplenty back toward the dumpster. Gambit paint the map. I wish to paint it red with something other than just spray paint. Pasha's already spewed. Past the cold floor. Back to B. No one close up to the bomb train. Taz sits back towards Z connector, so it should be another smooth entrance for Gambit. No bomb plant in the last round means that this one becomes more crucial. Dropping in. Bomb from the upper position should go down right now. Hobbit takes out Taz. That's a refrag back on Zeus. Snacks, good find. Therefore, but Mo slipped up undetected. Couldn't do anything with the Glock against the armor. Any other weapon, even any other pistol, he may have had a chance. Down to just Adren.
Yeah, this round should be done. Adren, final player to go down. Pretty decent, all things considered. That was pretty much ecos and PD50s and deagles. Adren, he opens things up with that lovely 1D towards Pasha biceps. Bomb down as well for a Familia. That's not bad at all. Very decent money going to the first gun round ticks, and certainly bring out the AWP. Probably see that being rolled by Mo. Indeed, he picks it up. Virtus Pro like to open this map as well. Pasha, traditionally, he gets thrown over the weapon by Snacks, and they'll aim for a double orb setup eventually, but for now, just a single. There's that first shot. That's beautiful. Very precise. First gun round here. Virtus Pro, the 3-0 start. Looking healthy. Money has been limited though. The frags keep coming in, and the close situations they have against these pistols, one round could head them down to an eco themselves.
Snacks is pushed inside of Ivy. Not all the way out. Has to be very cautious of the fact that Mo has the AWP. Second flash. Deep on the scope, but enough to blind it. Leave it in the open. Double up for Snacks.
That's nice. That's really good. The timing's perfect. Pasha flashes him through, and the orb shot just gives away. There's two frags available for you here. Goes around the corner, fully commits. 5-on-3. Snacks devours two players at Ivy. 5-on-3 now, and Taz, he finds another. Neo chiming in with the assist. That should be round concluded. Up to Adren and Zeus now. Zeus with the bomb. Still a bit of utility to work with there. Adren with a decent position. He does find one kill. Is that enough to get them back into this round?
Adren will work his way through. It's the opening of A main. Has to get the sneaky box. Good shot on Pasha. They found Zeus while we weren't watching, so he is the only one left. Adren, but he spotted up a third player. Couldn't get the shots in fast enough, but has collected the bomb. 48 seconds, and knows they're both coming from Z. Bit of a stagger on his crouch step means one bullet goes wide, and it allows the kill to come back in for Taz.
Bit of a hollow victory there for Virtus Pro after having the 5-on-2 situation. Adren, he keeps them modest. He keeps the money limited for Virtus Pro. It's a lovely play from Snack to kick things off towards Ivy. Like we said, the teamwork at that flashbang was pitch perfect. And Adren, he's going to be playing today. He's going to be turning up. I'll tell you that right now. Some lovely shots with the AK-47. And he'll be causing damage later on as we go deeper into this game. That's the replay of that push towards Ivy. It has to be a partial bite, looking for maximum loss bonus into the next round. Still have a very good chance to win these rounds on the terrorist side of train. Can be very deadly indeed with the smokes. Dren on the screen there, realizing he had a chance to win that. Towards inside we go. All 5 players in this position. Could go down Pop Dog still with the smoke, so it looks like they'll commit towards inside. Smoke all over the bomb site. Molotov potentially coming in as well. Be able to get pushed back there. A little bit towards upper. It's Neo and Taz once again. Taz looking towards the upper ramp. Of course, Neo got his back at lower. Silenced M4. He'll be smoked off momentarily. Be down to Taz to battle alone.
Smoke slam, Meos looking above it. Again, getting on top of the red train. Secondary smoke, if he was down on the ground, meant that he wouldn't be able to spam toward the train. He gets staked, he has to fall off it. It's on to Taz. And the devil only finds one. Oh, good shot in return on the Tech 9.
Here we go. Chance now, Zeus. The recovered AK-47, but just as they get together, group up, trying to push further down the bomb site there. It's Bialy. They line up for him. He gets 3 kills in total, saves around for VP. It got a little bit dicey there for them. Number 6. Maximum loss bonus to be said. No bomb plant in the previous round, not a huge deal, but another buy available here. Double orb set up. I did say Virtus Pro will be aiming for that. Traditionally, Snacks and Pasha, but Neo at one point was the main AWPer for Virtus Pro. It seems like he'll be in the secondary AWP role. Actually, when he was the main AWPer, I actually really liked his train AWPing. It wasn't too flashy, playing the connector, just hitting the shots that counted, especially towards inside. Very smart and intelligent picks and not overcommitting. So expect to see more of that from him. Time out for Gambit, work out what that player is. I think it's because Mo's got $4,800, right? So he wants to work out, do I get the AWP out, glass cannon it, try and get the opening pick? The answer seems to be no. AK-47 this time. They got the bomb down in the previous round. They didn't really seem to focus on. They wanted to go for the victory and the glory of the frags. It's down to Zeus now to work out the final strategy here. 6 kills for Taz, 2 for Zeus. I think that's the disparity between the highest performers and lowest, maybe. Two of the old boys, 29 years old, Zeus and first the Taz, the old guard on the server.
Old guard, an oldest player active in the major. 31 and 200 and a bajillion days or something like that.
Yeah.
Neo does hit Mo. He's down to 11. Good coverage of the corner flash to get him off of the angle, but no Molotov until now. That's the way to fully push him back long enough to take over the Brown Halls. Still wants to go back for it. Ooh, that hand. It's going to get a grenade thrown toward Hobbit. Fractional HP.
This is nice from Taz. After the orb showing presence towards Appa, him sneaking to the step position like this and might jump across. They have no idea he's there. That's really nice. He gets back as well. The orb's still ready and waiting. Doesn't quite hit the shot. Could be in danger now.
He's got to fight out. He's got to fight all the way out. No nades to throw toward him because 9 HP. He could go down at any moment, and I thought for sure he'd find another, but Hobbit has put the silence to the tension. Brings it at ease. Taz has gone back around. From lower to upper. Hobbit finds him as well. Grab the AWP, the E key, in case you were wondering, Hobbit. 1 HP, so he's got to find a shot. Therefore, the op is far more viable than a UMP.
For sure. Doesn't quite spot the head. Now he does. Oh, a chance to find that kill. Timing's eluding, but not this time. Pasha walks into his crosshair. 4-on-2 now in favor of Gambit. It's up to Snacks. Lucia coming out of the Ivy position as well. Bialy finds the first frag. That was the chance. Zeus takes him down in the end. Nice round from Gambit there. Looked a little bit scary at the start, but good flashbangs and finding that kill on Taz. Meant Neo stuck in position, couldn't fall back. Hobbit deals with him. Another big name for the Gambit side, Hobbit. One of the younger players. Very skilled indeed. 2 kills in the upper Brown Halls and then takes down Pasha as well, rotating towards inner. And you can see, after winning 5 rounds in a row, Virtus.pro have to take an eco map, because these rounds have been close. They have been losing players with the pistols. They're going for the airstrike though. Virtus.pro with 3 HP grenades, presumably using those towards main entrance at the very start. Can be useful for some kills. I think most teams are aware this is a possibility. Dumping them straight away. Getting set up first. Maybe we want to get a cue that there is someone in towards the main entrance. There's the Dren giving position away. Now the nades should be deployed. There's 1 and 2. No real damage inflicted. Takes the Dren down to 80.
Should be good for Pasha. Gun barrel, easy shots. P250. Zeus says not. AK-47. Hobbit pushes all the way around the Brown Halls this time. Taz tries to slip up from the lower ramp. Greet him at the bottom of it. Hobbit's quite good at predicting people's pattern. Oh, good nade. Bye-bye, Taz. I was about to say exactly what that shows. He's very good, Hobbit. Hold for a second because Snacks will take down Mo. I'll get a chance to speak my thought in a moment, but as he pushes forward, the flash will keep him away, but there's an AK-47 down that Snacks could quickly gobble up. Meanwhile, Bomb goes towards B, having the fact that Hobbit is already inside of the site. 99 HP, so he is the great one. Neo might have problems if he goes up the ladder, because Mo still staring at it will put him down. So 3 versus 2, 38 seconds. No one close enough. Deny in the sight. Bialy already spotted. Hobbit will rush toward his position. Decoy hand needs to be ready. As the bomb's planted, the Snacks is removed. I was going to say, Hobbit's very good at predicting people's movements and patterns. 1 HP last time on the AWP, sees the head of Pasha and realizes, well, I can't re-peek with this low HP, so he sits and holds an angle Pasha walks into. Takes the battle with Taz, knows he's going to retreat to the site, predicts he goes down the ramp and then throws the nade exactly where he's going after the shots miss. He's quite good at it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Well, for now, it's up to Snacks to try and save his AK-47. Neo invested quite a lot of money into the previous round, so he will be looking to get a drop, so that helps a lot with that AK. Pasha pushing Ivy, finds 1 kill. There's Snacks to chime in as well to take down the player with the AK. He will indeed be saving by the looks of things. He might be hunted slightly here, but we'll have to find another day by the looks of things. That's going to be the 2nd round now for Gambit. The winning 1. It took Virtus.pro down to pistols there. 5-2 is the overall scoreline on the T side for Gambit. All coming out for Pasha this time. This is a nice thing to have. Interesting to have plenty of players that can use the AWP. Obviously Snacks, Pasha, Neo come to mind. Plenty of options there. Let's see Neo have a little go of it. Didn't really deliver. Managed to leg shot a player, but still currently sits on 2 for 5. Mo, on the other hand, 4 kills for him on the Gambit side. Round number 8. 1 kit available for Virtus.pro. Decent utility. Pasha just with a decoy though. And fast play towards Olaf. Oh, Hobbits, be careful.
He's got to get out. Backs off 20 HP remaining already. What's the position in return? I think from Snax' angle, he may be able to see into that spot. Either way, he's going to get aggressive and take it over himself. Pushes front blue, though. Hobbit could actually hear this. He may be able to wrap it. Oh, timing around behind him. Snax prevails.
Well, this sort of lead should be very close round, but some of the big names still up and alive. It's going to be Adren that finds Pasha. Was he pushing Ivy? Then what is the need for that? Absolutely none at all. He's by himself. That's a real high-risk maneuver, but Taz, he is fighting back 4-on-2 now. Pasha needs to be careful with these decisions he's making. Snax looking to make a similar play, but I like this a lot. Sitting behind the smoke, now dissipate just as the T's walk down the corner as well. This could be beautiful.
Snax is sneaky. He's always sneaky. Adren, Whiteside sees it first. I don't know if that was smoke due to graphic or a 4x3. I don't know what Snax plays on. They certainly didn't see him walking up near.
Weird decisions from VP though. That could have been really nice from Snax, but not required. 30 seconds remaining. Still have the advantage for now, but Adren seems to have an inkling a player could be the CT steps. That's Neo. It'll come down to timings. He's stopping them get towards spawn right now, but they are the back tracks, and they could backstab his teammates. Bialy seems to know that's a possibility. There's Mo, but there's Neo with a nice timing there. Brings it to a 3-versus-1. Adren, though, the danger man of Gambit, dealt with by Bialy. 6-2. But the 2 rounds in a row, Virtus Pro are back. I have to say, Pasha needs to be a little bit more intelligent with his plays. The money's not great. Sure, it's a 5-on-3. You've got to win the round, but let's make sure everyone stays alive. And if you do go down, there's a chance of a refrag. That's a real dicey move to make, but they managed to recover. Round number 9 now. Still money there for Gambit. It's probably be their last buy before an EQ. That's if they don't win this round, of course. Dosia down to just a Desert Eagle. All comes out once again for Mo. And Zeus on a Tech 9. This should be more of a set piece mentality considering they're so low. Flash is coming out, some smoke towards outside, but the bomb, for now, that's heading towards inner.
Smoke down. That Ivy nade goes through it. Hobbit's backed off. Turn back in toward A main. Down, Bialy's backed off. Pop Dog flashed out. Needs to make sure he's safely behind the E-box, not covered off from A main. So good team play to try and catch him in transition, but they won't be able to do anything with it. Pistol, AK up. All they've to work with on the Gambit side. Pistols being Deagle and Tech 9.
Indeed, towards inside we'll go. It's up to Mo to cover his teammates as they make the final commitment towards the inside bomb side. Smoke's be deployed towards connector, lower ramp. Simply in between the tracks as well. Taz towards upper this time, a more passive hold from him. Neo. No warp this time, but looking towards lower.
Smoke out on the sidewalk, upper sidewalk that is, so that they'll have to drop into the site, and when they do, Taz has position, but Adren has one of the AKs. Good shot. Nino's got problems because they're able to swarm him, and Doji, after the damage from Zeus, is able to put him down. Pasha, the WP doesn't account for the fact that Doji is also pushed up, and he'll grab a weapon. It's Snax remaining, 1-versus-4, and doubt that he'll be going through any further toward the B site.
I think you might be right. 4-on-1 now. Snax not able to do much about this situation. You know, players coming towards him. That's a free kill. Doesn't go for it. Looking for multiple frags here. He is a sneaky player. That's really well done. Manages to stay alive for now. Knows there's a possibility both to be towards that popular position. He's low HP as well. He'll run away. Snax showing his dominancy there. And he's still hunting for a little bit more here. Could find Hobbit as well. He does. He sent out quite a firm message towards Gambit. Finally taken down. Decent round though, I have to say. Getting towards that inside area. It was Taz who missed, admittedly, quite an easy shot. Perfect play. Drops to smoke. Nice timing. Felt the final commitment coming in from the T side. If he gets that first kill, he buys himself some time. Players have to walk through smoke at that point as well to try and get the refrag. It's that one kill. Neo left in a horrible position after that. Snax gets a few consolation frags, but that's all they'll get. They will force buy into round number 10 Virtus Pro. 6-3 is the overall scoreline. This is really nice from Snax. Sure, it doesn't really mean much to the round outcome, but just damaging the money and staying alive as well. That's well played.
That's the form for Snax, is it not? Ooh. So sneaky. Doji before the smoke blooms, though, takes down the man we mentioned, who therefore loses out early. M4 for Taz. Dren goes all the way around upper, fast play. Taz with M4 behind the bomb train. Good lineup, but can't find the kill. Trying it again. Dren seems the better of it with the AK. It's going to put an aggressive position for Hobbit as well toward train 2.
Bomb has been planted.
Searching toward the back area, towards CT.
This force buy will amount to too much here for Virtus Pro. An inside play from Gambit finds with the first 2 frags, damaging Bialy as well. Upgraded pistols and armor. Shotgun for Neo as well. Doesn't deliver a single kill as of yet. There's one though, the 5-7 gets a double. Pasha, that's not bad at all. Both headshots. Manages to take down OCN and Dren. Will be dealt with by Zeus eventually there, so you'll not be able to recover a weapon and take it to the next round. Definitely going to be eco now for the CT side, saving a shotgun and a Desert Eagle potentially. We do have the Zeus still on the hunt, but he'll retreat. Bomb going off at that point. It's going to be 6-4 now. And we really have got a game on our hands as Virtus Pro, as I said. We'll have to take the eco. Shotgun's out for Neo. Might give it to Snacks. He is known to be a bit of a menace with that weapon, I have to say. And he does indeed. Throws it over. Snacks presumably going towards Pop Dog when we lower ramp. Push up through a smoke. Everyone knows what he's capable of with the Mag 7.
Mag 7. Seen a shotgun today in the last game already. That specific Mag 7. Not in particular do heavy damage against Astralis, denying a bomb plant lower in the hands of JW. See if he comes up with anything similar for Snacks, who was not playing at Pop Dog with it. Those are the 2 players I would think of when I think of a shotgun. Doji gets Pasha. Bialy gives up the area and goes back out towards Sandwich with the Deagle instead. Neil wants to slip behind them, but a Dren. Here's the last step to turn and find as Mo takes down Doja. Now. Keep it civil.
It's all fine. Just a bit of a love tap. 6-5 though. Gambit do close the gap. Money just about available, man. Not quite. It's going to be a pretty difficult buy for them. They'll get the M4s and some body armor, sure, but they'll be struggling for the likes of defuse kits, incendiaries. The 5 M4s, no kits, no incendiaries at all. They do have 5 smokes, a few flashbangs to work with, no HEs. I think it's one of the rounds you go aggressive. I think you're pushing 3 towards lower ramp or towards Ivy. This has to be. You need to find that first frag. A full commitment from Gambit, and on their slow-paced rounds, you're going to struggle to hold that off. We'll see what they decide to do. He's going to throw number 12, coming to the closing stages now, the first half. Playing Ali towards Pop Dog. Digs himself in. We do a little bit of aggro towards Ivy, not too much though. Pasha falls back. And they're running out of grenades very quickly. I'd have liked to have seen something fast, but very standard round from VP.
Smoke at the end of the Ivy will dissolve. Run boost does not quite work unless you are able to first get on top of your teammate's head. I figured out that aspect of it. Half-Life logo. Is the life half full or half empty, Henry?
Half full.
Aw, you're such an optimistic guy.
Generally speaking, yes. I hope it rubs off on you one day.
Probably won't. I hope you never rub me. Mo, smoke's ready to go. Molotovs will go right. Flash out as well at Ivy. They're trying to hold and contain the CTs in the position, but Snacks isn't buying it. He's going to stay at Hell. If they walk out A main, he'll control Sandwich. Neo therefore just has to watch off E-Box. Adren's going to head that direction. It's Bialy that turns to realize it late. Adren gets the jump. Neo's in the open. Adren finds a second. Snacks has to do it all because he's lost Pasha. First kill success in return, but Adren's down to 6 HP. 15 seconds. Bombs at B. So they've actually faked it entirely. That's going to be, yeah, exactly the round because Snacks, the man we called to be the hero, was calling for help on the other site. He's going to get found in rotation. Very good from a Gambit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have the defuse kits or the grenades to really hold off a classic Gambit play like that. That's his textbook Counter-Strike. Baiting out all the utility, slowly getting the map control, pincering all at the same time, picking apart the CTs, and it's Adren. I said he's going to turn up after I saw some of that form with the pistols earlier. He's got the aim there. He's getting in the zone. 3 brilliant kills from him. He currently sits on 14 kills, 10 deaths. So he's dying a lot, but he's having a lot of impact on the server. They tie things up at 6-6. Virtus Pro had to find something there. They needed to get a kill in their favor at the start. Don't think that was the right play, in my opinion. And number 13, a little bit too passive, and here's Adren. These shots, I think the second one was the most impressive.
Absolutely, especially where Neo knew he was there.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Just spinning around on the outside bomb site, finally kills. It's another eco for Virtus Pro. These Eagles, CZs, and a PT50. No, he's not messing around. What's trying to find the first pick? Almost gets it through the smoke. Over the shoulder there of Snacks. So 5-on-5 for now. Bialy with an HE grenade. No damage inflicted as of yet. This is big though. Maximum loss bonus for Virtus Pro next round. But Gambit looking to win the half now. After being 5-0 down, Matt. They really have started to turn up the heat.
Definitely player that can turn up the heat. AWP for him this time on the T side, but they've got a slow pace because it's against pistols. Close position, therefore, for Taz at the bottom of the ramp at inner. Not that that suggests any movement in that direction. Stack up the B site, however. Call that the beehive, Henry.
The beehive? Okay. I like that.
Thank you. It's named after what beeves do in their, some would say, nest, home. Snack's the only one at outer, therefore. Can't do anything with it. Dren able to find that kill as well. It's already cleared off Pop Dog. They will rotate. They'll go for it. They'll go down late on Pop Dog as well, so Hoppy's going to give it up too easily. Thankfully, he does not. And all that has failed, so pistol's not going to amount to much.
Was indeed. Well, 5-on-2 now. Bialy, Pasha, upgraded pistols, but I don't think they'll have much to dent here. Trying to find any frags they can. Without armor, though, you can see the aim punch coming to full effect. The Bialy has to hit that first shot. Once he's detected, he's pretty much out of the round. Pasha, P250 now. Well, the old coffee room in T-Spawn. Nice little music there once again. We were appreciating that yesterday, I have to say. And he gets a nice kill as well. Hobbit goes down. So if he takes an AK next round, we did say money wasn't fantastic. Saves that. He's dropping off if possible, but it's surely going to be dealt with there. There it is. So yeah, takes him down. Still double orb there for Virtus Pro if they decide to run that setup. But there it is, 7-6 in favour of Gambit now. And a vote comes in to call for a pause. That certainly will go through, and we'll see whether it's the double orb setup the Virtus Pro wants to go to. I have to say, Neo's been very quiet this game. 3 kills, 9 deaths. The old veteran unable to really sink his teeth in this CT half. Normally very good, I have to say, on train. Look at Taz as well. 8 kills, 10 deaths, and that's okay. Like we said, he's known as being one of the very best players historically on the inside bomb side of train. Hasn't really lit up the scoreboard just yet. Pasha buying the orb.
He's not I think a lot of players realize that if they play a repetitive style, it becomes countered. And he hasn't been playing the same angle that he's normally very good at. He's been very dynamic, which is one thing to look at, but it's not, like you're saying, not working. He's not necessarily getting the kills for it. We've seen him as far back as the spool. We've seen him trying to play the corner contest brown holes, lower ramp, upper ramp, inside the bomb train, outside the bomb train, top of red train. He's played it all. But like you say, he hasn't exactly had the shutdown factor we often speak of.
Yeah, agreed. Wow. Double orb setup now. Virtus Pro do go with it. This time Snacks. As we said, they're not having the best game. Snacks known to be an amazing orber as well. Certainly world class. We'll see what he can do here. As he plays a lot more aggressive than Neo. It's definitely almost polar opposites in terms of aggression. Number 14 will be towards outside. Looking for the first pick. Actively hunting towards main entrance. Asher though towards Ivy finds Dosia. He's by himself as well. No run boost coming in there. Want to take the challenge. Get punished for it. 5-4. Last time we've had an advantage for Virtus Pro in a long time. They've lost 5 rounds in a row now after being 5-0 up.
Flash that won't bounce or land. Come on, Mary Poppins. Let's go. Zeus is waiting. Pasha is as well, though. That's the harder one. Pasha hits it. Mo goes down. Zeus that wanted to slip by. Oh, thought he would have had it. Zeus actually got the first shot in. I think he recognized that he'd hit.
Yeah.
And kept firing.
That was a little bit exciting. Pasha had it all lined up. Had to pull that trigger. I think half a second more, he would have got the kill. But still, Adren fighting back. Been so impressive so far. Takes down Neo. He's been having that difficult game so far. Get down to an equal situation once again. 3-on-3. Got to be Zeus fighting back once again. The recovered AWP from Mo. Now the advantage lies in favour of Gambit. After Snacks the outside bomb side, like we said. They adjusted their setup, gave Snacks the orb. Hasn't found a kill just yet. Taz, of course, towards inside. Big pair of hands, but it hasn't exactly been electric so far.
around. Greet Taz. Down he goes. Adren wins again, and he's been pushed off B and then rotates back. He doesn't even have position.
Yeah, Adren is finding the most impactful kills of this half so far. Every single time. A one-man army, it feels like almost. Currently sits at 17 kills, 10 deaths. Very impressive. Another round where Virtus Pro had the advantage. That was a 5-on-3 map. And Pasha wasn't happy with that advantage. Stayed around. Obviously, he had the smoke. It was fine, but still didn't have to go for the risk. Could go fall back to a much more defensive line at that stage. Went for the challenge, gave Zeus an AWP. He finds 2 more kills and Adren. He saw exactly what happened there. Taz couldn't find the kill through the smoke. Gets found through it instead. And it's going to be Snacks to try and save the AWP. Of course, still maximum loss bonus, but that's the half one for Gambit on the T side. Certainly a CT-sided affair here on Train.
It's certainly not been VP's playground either.
No. Well, they won the pistol and controlled the money, right? After that interesting force buy from Gambit in the second round, I thought that was a bit of a weird decision. They go down 5-0. It looks like the plow is on. They're going to have a great half, but since the gun rounds began, Neo's been absent. Taz doesn't look amazing inside. And round number 15. Look at the 9-6 is Gambit. Pressure right down to VP. If you're just joining us, this is the first playoff game. Both these teams are 2-0. I don't think anyone would have predicted this to be the first playoff game. I'll be honest, Gambit and VP are expecting the bigger names to be up there first, but here they are. The final bar for Virtus Pro coming in. UMPs, 2 M4s, and that saved AWP Pasha without any sort of armor to work with him. Final round.
Molotov to corner. Hobbit to wait. Taz is down below. This time has Neo alongside. Adren's the one that gets closest, but Mo is immediately behind. Go. Adren starts the charge. Good find. Taz down again on the entry. Adren, Neo responding, but has to be careful in the fact that Doja has gone up the lane. AK grab for Neo after the second kill. Second kill being the most important of which as he tags Mo. He still has position inside of the smoke. Zeus will put him down in the end. Mo will watch Z connector. KWP still in position. Zeus has to go because bomb's not planted. It was denied. That's the biggest kill yet. Snacks is going to slip up to watch the bomb as well. And as he gets closer, can't quite hit the shot right away, but does take Zeus down. Mo on the step goes at the exact time the alley peaks. We get a split half at 8-7.
We do indeed, but it's going to be Gambit winning the half down the T side. That's massive for them, considering they're 5-0 down as well. Snacks with a very nice performance after losing 6 rounds in a row towards the latter stages of that half. He steps up. He finishes on 15 kills. Great half from him, but some of the other big names of Virtus Pro not really arriving in the same fashion. Gambit, I have to say, Adren, what an amazing performance on the T side. Maybe given a bit too much freedom towards outside, I have to say. Didn't seem like they were really challenging him that much, giving him so much space to work with. There wasn't that much adaptation with VP. We saw a couple of plays when they went aggressive towards Ivy in the early stage when they had the control of the game, when they had the 4-0 Snacks pushing towards Ivy, finding those 2 kills with flashbangs. I think we needed more rounds like that, especially on those lesser buys where you had no defuse kits, no nades. Let's try and get the pushes in. Let's get those picks once again. I think Gambit to have way too much control in terms of their slow-paced gameplay. It seems like they're very comfortable towards the end there, but still, it still begins. We'll have a look at the buy. Very technical from Virtus Pro. 2 smokes, lots of flashbangs, a Molotov as well, HE grenades, decoys, you name it, they've got it. Only 2 players of armor, and we'll go towards inside once again. Presumably saving the Molotov for post-plant situation. Can indeed Molotov towards connect at the start to do some damage and deny the CT's pushing through whatsoever, but look at this close range play from Dosia. Looking away from the screen, but we'll be back in time. Eyes off the shot and gets the call that they're on the lower ramp. They have to come in now. No presence anywhere else on the map.
Doja wants to peek it. No flash in, just straight peek. Backs off. Pasha tries to rush him down. Good shot at Dren. He follows it as well. So, as needs next one in, needs to get a kill. Might find Doja who ducks underneath the bullets and gets the headshot in return as Adren will do the same. Bomb gets planted by Snacks, but that's all they get. All 5 stay alive for Gambit. They'll go 9-7.
Yeah. Great composure, I have to say, from Dosia generally. That lower ramp play, spotting 3 players like that, falling back, nailing the first bullet, buying time for your teammates as well. Adren rotates in with 2 kills. He finds himself at 20 now. And you can see Snacks desperately trying to plant the bomb. He knows he can't win him, trying to inject some money into the coffers of Virtus Pro going forward. So no kills. Pretty much suggests they shouldn't force buy into this round. They'll be force buying the third. Get the AKs out, armor as well. And interesting enough, Gambit focusing primarily on SMGs and the Scout. They've got a couple of M4s there to work with. This should be quite an easy round for them. Nothing really purchased by Virtus Pro. Snacks with a P250, 4 Glocks around him. So only $300 for this round number 17 here. Gambit looking in great shape now, I have to say. Likely to be our first team in the playoffs. They continue this form, especially Adren. Loving what he's doing so far.
Loving it, but Adren getting down. Neo, Doja follows. Play a little game on the ladder to Zeus. Play a game, debate in Doja, and then go back up himself after Doja goes down, so that works. Team play, 3 HP, he'll survive. 10-7 for Gambit. But guns immediately bought for the Polish side. The home side, I'm sure the crowd, every Polish fan watching right now, or anyone that's coming to this event really, want them to win this game.
Oh, of course. Just to guarantee them in the stadium, just to get it out the way. At least we're going to see them on the stage, you know. And here we go. This is a bit of a bonus situation, if you like, for Gambit. They're going to keep the scouts up. A couple of, one UMP, I should say. Mo, great sniper in general. Is the scout enough to find us opening frags here? Considering he's up against just AKs, maybe it could be. Fire comes in with Virtus Pro. A few smokes to work with the AKs. Didn't find many kills, so no Molotovs there. A few smokes deployed outside, but nothing really given away just yet. This looks like some sort of split. We have got the bomb towards inside. Could fall back though. Could be a little fake here. Dosia by himself towards inner. Smokes will be deployed towards the outside bomb side. Neo to potentially send out Snacks and Bialy. Bit of a fake going on here as Taz and Pasha make their way towards the upper round.
Top down just as Snacks wants to go and he tries to spray back. Double Molotov, in fact. Not quite stacked, slightly staggered, but takes away positional control. Good shot, Pasha.
Yeah, very good shot. That's worked perfectly. Snacks taking it all the way aggro as well. That pulls Dosia to connect. He's not looking at upper ramp, but Pasha keeps landing shots. 3 in total, all headshots as well. That's going to be the round done. 5 on 2. Lovely tactic, I have to say, from Virtus Pro. Perfectly executed.
Fortunately, he won't get an ace from it. Dren waits to shut him down, but his job done. He can bow out all he likes. He could even do a curtsy. Snacks trying to sneak in to find the 2 remaining CT players. He'll get pinched off. Pinched off and pulled out of the round as Hobbit goes back to sandwich. 2 versus 3.
That was really impressive from Virtus Pro. I'll break down that tactic for you slightly as well. So the fact of the matter is we do all those outside smokes. It blocks the vision from the CTs. As we said, a bit of a bonus round for them. They don't have the AWP to work with. They try and push through, try and challenge. Snacks is out there actively fighting them as well. He pulls back without a kill, sure, but he's done enough. It's very common for the CT sides to play one player towards inner. All those smokes going outside as well, all that presence shown by Snacks, of course, that's going to be the case. Dosia falls back. He feels like it's the full commitment. VP then come out towards the upper ramp. Find a completely open bomb site. Sure, Dosia is sort of watching it from connector, but he's not watching upper. By the time he realizes this is Pasha, already halfway up, finds a lovely shot as well. And this is what's so key. He has so much time to actually get towards the connector. He's got a shooting gallery almost, hitting all the shots required. Beautiful stuff. And Virtus Pro right back in this after winning the 3rd round. A force by there with the bomb down in the pistol. All power for Mo though. Still not out of this round just yet. Gambit, UMPs, M4s, and the AWP of Mo looking to answer back straight away.
Down toward the sandwich position as Snacks throws a nade in toward Hitch. And Taz will get to the corner of Brownhalls. Doja, the only one. He will need to be a god inside of the Beast site. He's already spotted, backs off. They know he's gone to yellow. Down the lane. Yeah, UMP wants them to get closer. He's waiting for the challenge rather than doing so himself. Patience pays off for VP though because there's not much of a re-entrance point. Pasha able to take out Zeus. Snacks just gets gifted Adren walking in front of him without knowing. That's going to be done. Virtus Pro. I say that, hang on, because HP on Pasha is low enough.
No kids there.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to back off. They aren't going to have the courage. They think about it as well because Mo was all the way back to Z connector. Doja was contesting. Molotov on the bomb will confirm it. Yeah, go down to proceedings at that point, but it is going to be 10-9.
The gamble there from Gambit, allowing VP just to fully walk into the inside side. No kits to work with. They'll save the AWP and the AK short, but Virtus Pro once again finding an open bomb site, getting that bomb down, and Gambit did find back quite significantly, I have to say. Bring it down to the 2-on-2, but like we said, no kits available, and the AWP as well. A low HP player just thought, okay, let's just save this weaponry, force around it. They'll take a pause just to work out what's going on. See, that's a second tactical timeout from Gambit. Virtus Pro looking to equal things up here. And scoreline is 10-9 in favour of Gambit on the CT side. Will they force around this? 2K on each player, an AK, and AWP available. They could drop 2 UMPs, try their luck. Or just see if they get upgraded pistols and see what the AWP of Mo can have any sort of impact. He's having a very quiet game. After 20 rounds, he's on 6 kills and 10 deaths. He's a very good AWP, very flashy at times as well. I haven't really seen that yet.
Absolutely true. Yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, Mo had games in the past that were incredible to watch. In fact, at the last major, he had some of the highest impact on his team, I would argue. Exactly had those performances as of late. Smokes to the site. All towards Sandwich. It's almost a tunnel that goes in one direction. There's none across the site that allow them in. It's immediately in the alley between the two trains, which Doji and Adren aren't really sure what that means, and I'm not even sure what it means.
Oh no.
All it does try and serve to do is push them back toward Ivy and pull the CTs away, but they aren't fooled. Hobbit, good shots to start it. A bunch of factors. He can't close on B Alley, but it puts them on 3 versus 3 after the opening. Neo takes Adren. That'll add to the favor of VP.
Yeah, clumsy round there from Virtus Pro. You can see how it almost fell apart. Great work, I have to say, from Dosi and Hobbit to find those kills with the P250s. Still keep this a possibility. Grenade though lands on the feet of Zeus there. 3-on-2. Hobbit taken down eventually after finding that first frag. It's Mo with the AWP now on the bomb train. They will fall back towards inner by the looks of things.
He's key. Mo is absolutely key, and you're right. They could go all the way back through T-spawn and work toward the inner bomb site. You know, at the bottom of Pop Dog will get information, but that actually may serve to send them at outer. Oh, and its timing is everything, because Mo is starting to realize, hang on, there's no way. There's no way they're going back to A. They're going to go to B instead, and he's wrong, because they do go back to A main with bomb.
Yeah, slowly but surely, 20 seconds remaining. Mo still has a chance here, but utility used towards connector should deny him any sort of access. Smoke in that position, and I think he'll be heading towards the back strats, trying to do what he can. He still knows he has a chance. The bomb not going down just yet, but it's about to be planted. Bialy can do that safely as well. There it is. That should suggest they saved the weaponry at this point. No kits available. Zeus with armor as well, and low HP. Mo needs to save that all, but it will indeed be 10-10 overall. As Virtus Pro still another round away. It almost fell apart, Matt. That was a very fast approach with little utility towards Ivy. Walking into the crosses almost as they give the pistols a chance there. But Bialy fighting back. Mo trying to save the AWP. CT spawn for now. Looks like it'll be absolutely fine. Zeus, I was going to say, that's a brave challenge to take, but gets himself in a safe position. Shrug his shoulders and says it's okay. Well, as long as he saves his 2 weapons, we should be fine. 3 rounds in a row now for Virtus Pro. Money bonus starting to accumulate. Gambit with those saved weapons as well. Can easily buy the next round. Could even bring a double AWP setup if they want to. I very much doubt they will, but we'll see. Virtus Pro back in this game after looking a bit up and down. First 5 rounds went in their favour on the CT half, and then seemed to drop off somewhat, but better stuff from Bialy here after losing the first frag.
(10-10). Deadlock again. Neo and Pasha go toward B. Taz and Bialy will do the same. Slow down before they get into the brown halls and just make sure they have control of the situation. Oh, and his AWP this time is still at the outer site playing yellow train toward Ivy. Good nade. Godly nade.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Gonna hinder them on the way through because Doji takes down exactly those 2 players with an M4. Snacks and Pasha try to do what they can, but Doji, despite just having the 13 HP, fractional, he's still able to pull it back, and Pasha's on 12 will pursue Pasha. So good on the AK previously, and all of them pull to the left.
It's crazy. One of those bullets out of a whole magazine of the P250. Straight line as well. I thought he had that. Virtus Pro, though, with the contact play, very simple approach towards the inside bomb site, hoping to surprise presumably the solo inside players, usually Dosia, but you can see him having backup from Adren. What a tag team combo that is. So much damage inflicted by that nade initially, and Dosia to mop them up. Very good job, I have to say. That's great. It's going to be 11-10 in favor of Gambit. Another partial buy for VP. More conservative approach. Tech 9, smokes, flashbangs will be the set piece, presumably. This is one of the classic VP tactics, but as Adren's open things up, he's got the orb this time. Double orb setup working out, and it's doing work.
Dropped immediately. Snacks getting closer on the pistol. Zeus continues to miss shots. Snacks doesn't get him himself. Taz would have done so. Taz picks up the AK-47 and the bomb, both of which are dropped immediately after by Dren's op. Out of the woods by any means. Snacks stuck inside smoke. Used to be very good when he was stuck inside of smokes, but this situation I don't think favors it.
Certainly not, especially when his teammates dropped an Ivy as well. Clinical round there from Gambit, shutting it down. It was a little partial buy from Virtus Pro. They do have enough to work with as we go into round number 23 here. 6k on Pasha. They do like to roll a double orb setup on the T side occasionally. It's quite interesting. They won't have the option to do that this time, but Pasha presumably brings out the AWP. Try and counter Adren and Mo. Adren currently posting 27 frags after 22 rounds. That's quite godlike, I have to say. After I saw his initial aim, I thought that would be something special. It's certainly delivering. Mo, not so much. 7 kills, 11 deaths. He got one in the previous round. I'd say that tag team orb seems to be quite deadly, but let's see Mo do a bit more damage here. Number 23. Looks like a set piece. Lining up smokes already. Snacks and Viali, which is working out which ones they're going to do. You know, sets himself up for a smoke as well. This could be a full-on execution off the bat. Bomb by the dumpster. They are hiding their time, not fully committing just yet. Just note as well, if you look towards inside Adren and Dosia, they're both on towards that upper platform position. One being the AWP baiting in Dosia. So he takes one shot, falls back. Dosia, they won't ever check that corner. It's a really intelligent setup there. It's perfectly illustrated right now for you. I hope I get to see that come in. That's quite a cool idea.
We might, because it looks like they're going that direction. Where are they? Pasha has bomb. He's certainly heading through the bathrooms.
So even if Adren doesn't get a kill, that's fine. He's also show presence and fall back, but I'm not sure it'll come in. It looks like the outside execution. Maybe a fake, who knows?
One thing that could cost it is a Molotov, but even then Doji can push forward. Let's look indeed, though, to be the outside execution. Flashes down the ladder. Zeus outside the door. Only one, though. Taz is able to swing back by the E-box and find Hobbit toward the sandwich. Immediately thereafter, the smoke wall still exists. And it's enough to get the bomb down. Oh, or is it? Mo reads it. And bomb did, just barely get planted. I thought it was in the nick of time. They now have to play the retake. They've got the man advantage to do so. As Doji gets to the top of the ladder, he wants to try and push down to find Pasha, who gets pushed back by the flames into him instead. We go 13-10, and Gambit are 3 rounds away from making the playoffs first and foremost out of these 16 teams at the major.
Yeah, who would have thought? Gambit, of all the teams attending here, obviously the world's best we have, but it's Gambit looking likely now. 13-10, that's huge. Has to be another recap from Virtus Pro here. Potentially a partial buy, but Mo, just as I call him out, has 2 huge frags there. Doesn't quite deny the bomb, but it's enough. They have enough manpower to work with there. Didn't get to see that exciting inside setup, but ultimately, it didn't matter. Zeus doing a fantastic job, I have to say, towards the E-box. Dropped the bomb, smoked off as well, bought himself some time in Taz with a couple of frags there. Wasn't quite enough. This was the frag that won the round, I would say. Takes down Taz, and then and a second as well. Zeus is fired up. He knows what this means. Getting to the playoff for the major is huge. Just in terms of once you get to the playoffs, you become a legend. I mean, you save yourself so much time next season when it comes to the next major. You don't have to go for the qualifying process. You can focus on bigger events and know your position is secured. So, obviously, every game of the major is huge, but this one especially. I think they're force buying that. With the pause coming in, I have seen Neo buy a Galil an armor. He had 3k exactly. That's all he can buy. We are reloading the server, though, so I think we had a bit of a technical issue.
Interesting.
One of the players voting no to reset. So maybe
if it's a vote to reset due to the buy, that's not on. Round's live.
We're live.
And Snacks is... Okay, something's going to have to happen.
Not,
okay,
okay, so I think
okay,
moving.
Back. Yeah, they have to restart it. Again, someone's voting no.
Oh, Taz doesn't look happy about it. They're saying nothing's wrong, potentially. We don't have the chat access, so we can't really see. Something's going on. A bit of an altercation, perhaps. A disagreement. They're still not agreeing for it. So if you're just joining us, the 2-0 game between Virtus Pro and Gambit. Virtus Pro kicked off in emphatic fashion with a 5-0 start. We're asking again to back up from the previous round. 9 people have agreed.
One is still not, but
There's
they haven't
one
said
stubborn-
no this time.
Stubborn bugger on the other side doesn't want to do
The
it.
issue is they almost have to at this point. It's been forced in the fact that we're at a minute and 10. 13-10 as the score, but a minute and 10 left
The
in the
round's
round.
still going. I'm so confused.
I'll just be alley walk in and kill them all.
Yeah, he goes, all right, you don't want to play the next, you don't want to reset, we'll take you.
Well, now they want
I'm
to.
sure that's not going to be the case.
We're not. We're assuming that someone on Gambit's the one that's not pressing yes. It could have been the other way around as well.
Well, the admins are there. We'll be underway momentarily. Gambit in a fantastic position, but it looked like people are going to force buy. That might not be the case. Maybe that was a misbuy. If you hit F1 of 3K, that's exactly the buy you'll get.
Do you know what happened?
What?
15 teams agreed not to use the bug, and 1 said no.
Oh, nice.
That's what it was. So the player that's voting no is actually at the hotel. We'll get that fixed momentarily.
We'll see what we can do. Well, number 24 should be underway momentarily. We'll take the game sounds away just to get his annoying beeps out of your ears. You can have our annoying voices for a second.
It's about as annoying as it gets.
Indeed. That's 13-10 is the current scoreline. It looked like it'd be a force buy from Virtus Pro. Maybe that was the case. They accidentally forced bought. Looks like everyone's on the server in terms of my POV moving around and looking fine. Headsets are on. And Neo did buy a Galil on armor. Maybe that was the mistake and they wanted to restart. Could have hit F1 and lost that. But they've restart and Neo still has the same buy. So he's still committed.
Fake news, by the way.
What's that?
The whole 15-1 thing. Big was literally at the hotel and didn't even get to vote, so that was misinformation.
I wasn't following that. Was that
No,
the
it's just some of the altercations last night.
Yeah, okay.
I was memeing it, but I know some people will take the meme to be real,
Exactly.
so I just
It's
have to
good to
clarify
clarify.
these days.
Definitely good to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Clara,
Go on.
why'd you put these programs on my computer?
Why are you bringing so many memes
I
out?
don't know, Henry. Why not?
Oh. We'll tone it down. We're coming to the closing sectors now. We'll keep this show on the road,
Somewhat civil.
on track.
Ooh, I see what you did. We're on train.
Exactly.
The train tracks. What if we derail?
That's not going to happen. I'm the captain of this ship.
Conductor. And it's not a
Conductor
ship.
of this train. It's
If you're the
fine.
captain of the ship and it's in a train yard, you've already made a mistake.
Well, the unpause comes in. So Neo, he does not force buy. They'll take a partial here. So a little bit of intel for you there. Maybe that was the reason they wanted to restart. Missed buy, perhaps. Who knows? PT50s, Tech 9s, and 5 smokes. This will be a set piece. As I said before in the first half, these can be very deadly indeed. The Tech 9s, lots of run and gun potential there. Pushing through those smokes once they're deployed, bomb down, potentially. And see if that works out for them. Double orb setup this time. They're not live just yet. So we'll work out if we can see what's going on. We're loading the backup once again. Okay then.
Well, I guess we'll do it this time and hopefully be underway now.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. They didn't have a double orb on that reset, and now they've reset it again. Double
They
orbs
do.
back out.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, all back to normal. Starting
Right.
again from now.
Well, I see Tech 9 and P250.
Yes.
I do not see Galil.
It's no Galil. This is going to be a partial buy and a bit of an eco. No armor actually purchased apart from Bialy. And it looks like we're ready to get underway. Everyone's kind of getting fired up, talking again. Hopefully, see this round conclude momentarily. It looks like it's going to be very favourable towards Gambit, considering the Virtus Pro players do not have armor. They're currently a third state loss bonus. So next round, I get $2,900. It was. I was right.
You were right.
It was
It
a
was the
binding
auto-buy.
problem. So I called it, and it was correct. So if you have $3,000, you press F1, which is auto buy by
Yep.
default. I think you actually have to automatically buy that. I don't think it comes with CSGO. You have to bind it yourself.
Yes.
A lot of players do have it bound. That was what it was in 1.6 in source. You buy that, and it gives you whatever the best is available. So you have 3K, gives you Galil armor. That's what happened to Neo. So that's why I needed to pause. Bit of a kerfuffle for such a small issue, but
And then
we're back.
someone likely didn't have F1 bound to vote yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably what it was, right? That's probably
like
could have been.
Neo's like voting
Yeah.
no to himself. Ah,
Yeah.
please.
That's probably what it was. Oh well. Let's get back into it. Round number 24. Double orb setup. As we can see, the double orb setup is there. And Tech 9's P250's smokes. Not the set piece I was expecting. 3 players towards Ivy. Looking for that opening pick. No Deagles really. Tech 9 and P250 not amazing at that range. He's there for Taz, and they're locked out by Incendiary for now. Should be a pretty simple round for Gambit, but the orbs missed one shot at that sort of range. PT50s could smother you. We'll see if that happens. Nice nade.
Nice nade. Yep, snacks down. For round 14 or Gambit. Good nade as Snacks goes down to 62 HP. Closer and closer to the entrance. Hobbit's backed off from Cubby. Another good nade. They're all about the nades. No treble. Taz, tagged by so many of them, finally dies to Hobbit's hands. And with the ring, Pasha gets it back and rings his neck, pushes through. Oh, Dren. This is a shot up close on the AWP. That means he drops it. They'll have to rush over and scoop that back up and keep the double ops in play. 14-10 indeed, though, for Gambit. 2 to go. And guns back out for Virtus Pro.
Couple of kills there for Pasha, but it wasn't quite enough. Double digits for Virtus Pro. 14 for Gambit. On the trail for sure on the T side, but money coming back in their favor. 5 AKs, Molotov smokes, and a few flashbangs to boot as well. But that double orb setup looking quite deadly here for the Gambit side. Meus starting to find some form now, hitting some shots. So into round number 25. One round will do it. Playoff point for Gambit incoming.
That's quickly to the stairwell and then drops to wait to see if anyone pushes in a response. Hobbit's boosted. Biawi spams on the inside of the server, but not above where in which they were as he takes down Pasha.
I swear there's a footstep there as well when they jumped up. I think you see Pasha, he was ready for it. He knew they were behind that position, but somehow the smoke eluded him, and he goes down. 5 on 4 now. Towards inside will go. The bomb's there. Brownhill's control. Surely. Oh, Neo just gives the kill away for free almost. Adren, perfect position to find it. Went for the wide peak, but Adren, by this time, the 5 on 3. Tough times ahead for Virtus Pro. How do they recover this? They have no real map control apart from Brownhills. Still with their smokes and Molotov. Snacks alive as well. He has to be the difference maker here. He's had a great game so far. 18 kills. Gonna have to dig a bit deeper here. Round number 25. Towards upper ramp. Who's that? That's gonna be Dosia. He's feeling brave. Doesn't work off.
Doesn't exactly work, yeah. You're brave all you like, but you can still be stupid. Not that he's stupid. It's just one for the kids. You know, if you're at home, you want to be brave. You can still make a mistake. Bialy takes down Zeus. Taz on 10 HP. He's gonna be gone. And Mo on the AWP, who finds Biawi immediately after it's over top of yellow, and Adren will close it out. The double ops win. Map point for Gambit.
A bit dicey there. Dicey's decision to push towards upper wasn't required at all. We saw some of those antics from VP in the first half. He goes down, giving the winner opportunity. They strike. They get one more kill, but the double orb setup once again. Adren and Mo shut them down. It's going to be playoff point, as we said, but the bomb does go down, and they've got maximum loss bonus. So another buy available, but it will take 5 rounds in a row. Both these teams are 2-0. So winner goes to the playoffs, loser by no means goes home. They still have plenty of lives left in this tournament. It's just really nice to get it out the way, get a free day tomorrow.
Well, especially when if someone who could drop down plays Astralis.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't mean you get a day of not even playing tomorrow, right? So that's fantastic. Like, how cool is that?
Which amounts to 2 days overall,
you're right,
because Thursday is off day for the reset up in the arena.
Lots of time to practice, watch the games, download information.
Drink some wine. Sorry, download the games.
Download the games, yep, stay there. Oh, don't drink.
Mo and Ivy tagged up down to 48 HP. Stations will go both directions. They first send Mo back to Z connector, but no information. He rotates back into the A site instead.
Do or die, time for VP. Some Ivy control here, damage inflicted. That's what they've really got to work with so far. Running out of smoke, still have their Molotovs up the Pasha to find this first kill, but it's Mo that beats him to the punch. Adren, this double orb setup cannot be stopped. Smoked out of position. It's up to Pasha now to try and do what he can. Looking towards the backtracks. This could be it. Could be done. Nothing to work with, but Pasha trying to find this next kill.
Yep, does make one. Swing back for Adren, immediate counter. Neo takes out Zeus, however, it'll give them room as he finds Adren as well. This will pull it back to 2 versus 2. Watch for Taz, just barely getting inside of the site before detected. If Mo had gotten even an inch closer, and the AWP he goes back towards Old Bomb instead. It's up to Doja to find room. M4.
Oh, this timing. Neo is looking away tentatively. Oh, God. Good work out for Dosia, but Neo is ready and waiting. To Mo now. AWP might just save the weapon. That was a 5 on 3. Plenty of money, but he doesn't fancy his chances. And VP somehow hold on there in round number 26. Gambit won't be making the playoffs just yet, but that was as good a chance of any. First 2 kills coming in. And Neo, who's been quiet all game, even with 3 kills in this round, takes a total to 11 after 25 rounds. Good lord, that should have been it. Gambit knew it as well. And they've given Virtus Pro some room to work with here. Now it's just going to take 4 rounds in a row. Neo stepping up, the legend of CS. Arguably one of the best of all time. Gambit still plenty of money. They do save the AWP. Mo was still $6,000 after dropping 2 weapons. I think they'll have the double orb set up this time, but we'll see what the final buy is. Scoreline now 15-11 for those listening on the wireless.
Watching in black and white.
Possibly.
Watching on mobile, more accurate these days. Watching on a BlackBerry.
Well, maybe aggression coming in towards Ivy here. 2 players set up. Very similar to what we saw from Neo and Snacks before. Hobbit ready to be flashed in if needed. Mo there with the AWP, but Pasha knows there's a possibility. Watching the corner like a hawk. Doesn't want to give one of those kills away. He's ready for the push, but the flashbang, even though it comes in, he can fall back to the corner. So he's in a safe position for now. Bomber T-spawn in the back of Snacks. It's Taz and Neo under the ground, horse control, but it's Zeus to get the first pick. He's been so good in this position, but he does go down to 19 HP.
Pasha getting ever closer on the AWP, however, as it's re-smoked. If he found the angle, he's thinking a push instead. If he found the angle, he might have gotten Hobbit retreating, but he's not done so. He's a brave one. We talked about brave and stupidity, Henry. He will back off. He will stay more traditional. Look at that timing. As Doji gets back inside of the site just as Neo looks over top of the boxes at brown corner. Made through. We know exactly where it came from, Pasha, based on the bounce and angle. B site though, bombs, hands of Snacks, it's nowhere near.
That damage, be careful Taz, down to 50 HP. Punished by Dozier, 5-on-3 once again.
Bombs it outer though, bombs it outer. If they force the rotation, Hobbit has a chance to shut this down. Snacks, he knows that Hobbit's there, he just killed Pasha. Has to get the Molotov in position therefore instead. He's waiting to bait Hobbit out. Snacks takes damage from Flames. The Molotov therefore puts the nade in position and Hobbit swings around to close the kill. Gambit, despite the team of Virtus Pro being at home, take pole position into the playoffs. The first team to qualify. I wouldn't have expected it, especially it's been so long since we've really seen an international event from them.
Absolutely. Who would have thought? 3-0 for Gambit after going 5-0 down as well. Great recovery, I have to say. Adren, what a performance as well. And that double orb setup, Matt, towards the end of the second half, nothing VP could do about it. They were shut down every single time.
A great performance. As always from Gambit, I have to say always, because when they're at the majors, that is the case. And remember, Virtus Pro, yes, they have improved. Yes, they go 2-0 to start it off, but now in the 2-1 bracket, anything can happen in a Swiss system. So they've got to keep the foot down. They've got to make the playoffs in this event.
Yeah, still not a bad performance from VP. I think some of the big names were missing. Neo especially seemed almost absent in the first half and even in the second half as well. They had a couple of good rounds towards the end of the game, but it wasn't quite enough. Taz, not his usual self towards the inside bomb side as well, gave up a bit too much room there.